My name is Judith Shadaya. I grew up in the rural areas of Chifu in the Chikomba district, Mashu West province, under the chieftainship of Neshangwe. I was born in a family of 8 children, 4 boys and 4 girls. And I am the 4th born. I am the 4th born in the family of 8 children. I did my education at Muneme Primary School and my secondary at Sinatsa, and then Assisi Secondary School in the Narira area of Chifu. After completing my O-levels, I traveled to Harare looking for new opportunities. That is when I got married and proceeded again to school at Mutare Polytech. After finishing my course as a hairdresser, I became a farmer. Then I lost my husband again and my son. After that instant, that is when I started doing mining in 2013.
Okay.
In fact, when I grew up, I wanted to be a soldier. I was someone who just grew up doing some challenging jobs. Normally going to the garden, doing some male jobs. At one time, I even also wanted to be a truck driver. When my husband sent me to drive in school, he thought I was doing class 4. And to his surprise, one day we met at First Street, and I was driving a truck, and he had to stop the driver. I was even afraid to go back home because I did not tell him I was doing class 2, and he had to stop me. So that is a sign that when I grew up, I was normally doing those works that are just for men. Maybe that is the reason why I am in the mining industry, which is an industry that is men-dominated. As a woman in the mining sector, I just feel proud of it, because I know some women, they just feel, no, we cannot just go to the jungle, you see, doing all those type of dirty works, because sometimes you will not have time for your hairdo, you do not have time for your nails, because you will be just working. It's a dirty environment, an environment which is not conducive for women. But I am really very glad, because sometimes it makes me being a very strong woman who doesn't fear anything. It's just squeezing shoulders with men every day, not one but many, because I always work with men. And sometimes it gives me courage. It also helps me to mend some of the youth.
Okay.
And some of the girl child. In fact, I work with the boys and girls. Those are my workers.
Okay.
Most of them, they are of the age from 18 years to 36, 34. Those of 40s, they are very few.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. And maybe what challenges are you facing as a female miner, seeing that the industry is male dominated?
You know, sometimes culturally men, they just don't feel comfortable working with women, especially in the mining industry. Because traditionally long back, women were not even allowed to enter into the mining field. We were considered as unholy. So some men, they are now adjusting, seeing what I am doing and what I am acquiring as a woman in the mining industry, what I have achieved in the mining industry. So some of my male counterparts, they are now appreciating and also encouraging other women to venture into mining, because they are now seeing there's no difference being in the mining industry as a male or as a female. But even some of the traditional leaders, they don't feel comfortable seeing us as women in the mining fields. But because of some campaigns, some seminars, they are now adjusting.
Have you proven them wrong that women are unwell? I understand that zvaitwa nzima dzimai akasvika gold zvacho haratobatwi kana diamond haitobatike, saka imimi have you proven them wrong? Uri kubatika here gold imimi semunhukadzi muripo?
Yeah, really I have proven them wrong, because I am a role model. They are seeing me in the mining sector and excelling in the mining sector as a woman. So it is also a way of men appreciating us, seeing there is no difference, because I'm also getting gold, I'm also producing. I'm one of the women in the mining industry who are producing gold. So they are starting to appreciate it. Women can do it.
So how much are you producing, say, last year?
In fact, I can say I have produced better as compared to previous years. If we can say I have produced kgs and kgs of gold, though I can't mention how many, but I'm saying I have produced kgs and kgs of gold.
Okay, and coming to awards, what sort of recognition have you had? What kind of awards have you received? Say, I know you've received a lot, but
Yes.
let's talk of 2024. Which awards did you receive?
I was the prominent businesswoman of the year for 2024, and the best female gold producer at national level. Yes.
Wow. Best gold
Female producer.
is ZNCC.
Yes.
Okay, and how have these recognitions, these awards influenced your confidence in the growth of your mining business?
I think they influence me in the way that each and every year I strive to work hard so that I will achieve more awards.
Okay. And in what ways are you giving back to your community, particularly in Penalonga?
I can say I'm not plowing back in Penalonga only.
Okay.
What I do, I just pick anyone from the street who deserved to be helped. Yes, I have got a fund which is called Kingston Foundation. In that fund, I have got more than 6 boys who are at university level. Yes.
And you just pick them from the street?
Most of them.
Okay.
I have got 2 who were street kids but with 15 points.
Wow.
At A level. And the other one, I picked him when I was in a salon doing my nails. He was selling some tomatoes. He was looking very smart, very disciplined. And when I was just talking with him, he told me he was going to Marymount Teachers College because his parents could not afford him to Zimbabwe University. So I just asked him if I had to pay his fees, would you go back to university? And they said yes. So he's one of my
What is he studying now?
He's doing nursing science.
Wow.
Yes. I can say he was a offender. Yeah.
And for the girl child, how have you given back to the girl child?
To the girl child, some of them, I gave them some piece of land to mine at my mine, whereby I do not take anything from them. Let's say they have got 100 grams of gold. I don't take any because I just want to lift them up.
And how many girls are there?
I have got 3 girls, and most of them, they are women who are married, single mothers, divorcees, and widowed.
Okay.
Yes. As a business person, you must have some people who mentor you. And especially the person who mentored me most is my mother. And she is still alive. She is one of my best teacher and me. I have learned a lot from her because she worked in the Ministry of Women's Affairs. So when I grew up, I admired a lot because she was lifting many women.
Okay. And what's her name and her age?
She is now 88 years old.
And her name?
Is Esther Bari.
Esther Rubari.
Bari. Yes.
Okay.
Esther Bari.
Okay.
Yes.
And what advice would you give to young women in Manicaland who dream of joining the mining industry?
The only advice I can give to young girls and women is they must not put fear in themselves. They must have a confidence, especially for them to venture into mining. There is nothing that is very difficult in becoming a female miner. It is just like any other jobs a woman can do.
Okay, and how do you see your mining business evolving in the next 5 years?
In fact, my hope in the next 5 years is to become a very big miner, just to be like any other big mines in the mining industry, and also to venture into some other businesses.
Okay, what other industries are
So
you
that I invest.
Okay.
Yes.
And which other industries are you looking to invest in?
I am investing in the education sector. I want to build a school.
Build a school
Yes.
in Manicaland.
in Manicaland province, and I wanted to be one of the best. Yes.
Okay.
I already bought the land.
Oh,
Yes.
it's a high school.
Yes, a high school.
Okay.
Yes.
And what does being a female miner during Women's Month mean to you? What does Women's Month mean to you?
I just feel like on top of the hill because of the nature of my work. Being a female miner, mining is a different business from all other businesses because it involves a lot. So I feel on top of, I don't know. Yes.
And maybe lastly, you haven't told us anything about your family. How big is your family? How many children do you have?
In fact, my family is not all that big. I have two beautiful daughters. My firstborn is Bridget. She is a medical doctor in the Ministry of Defense. And she's married. I've got a grandson, King Solomon Shikomborero. Her husband is also a medical doctor. And the second born is a civil engineer, is also a girl. And she is married to an Indian man. They stay in the UK.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So that's my family.
Okay. And last, your age.
I will be turning 52 years this year.
Oh.